in your site, the president seeks to make stuffed animals to raise funds. Aside from donations, do you have any other main projects that help the organization raise funds?
Okay, so a few times a year, there would be major fundraisers that we would set up to help the organization with for raising funds. In a month, we need 250,000 to 280,000 to survive, just to pay the electric bills, the water bills, pay the minimum wages for the staff, and keep our programs running. Use the pager programs, the union education programs. So yeah, we have the Scare the Cats and Dogs, which features health and safety. This is the pet costume, Halloween themed pet costume event. And then every 2 years we will have the Time with Cause. It's an elegant charity dinner. Also, we have cost supporting members. This is mainly quarterly or monthly contributions of cost supporting members. These are people who support our cause or want to be volunteers but could not physically be at the shelter. Although you can still be an active physical volunteer and still be a cause supporting member at the same time. Cause supporting members actually help us with running our program. And this is they could probably contribute for shelter maintenance, for care of animals, for medicines, for the lobbying and prosecution efforts, because all those costs.
Sineo was not a rescue but came in here. So we had to stay or we had to move. If you notice, may mga ano sila sa tenga, may mga notch or tattoo.
Park is known to take in mostly dogs and cats, but the facility also takes in other animals. Currently, it's just cats and dogs. There was one time that we had to take duck. Or duck these are not adopted ours. Merong farm animals, few farm animals na kinuha. But that's rare. Basically, it's just exclusively for cats and dogs. And it's primarily yung shelter cost and the rehabilitation center is primarily and should be exclusively for cats and dogs that are victims of neglect and cruelty where cases have been filed against animal owners. So it's not like, oh, I saw this cat on the street and I can cause it from it. The organization gets involved when there are reported illegal sales, import, or export of animals, domestic or exotic. Yes, actually, we are very active in the lobbying for changes in that department. So we are more known for being involved with cruelty cases or responsible ownership seminar when it comes to cats and dogs. We actually love in front of the Japanese embassy every year, every time they open the hunting season for dogs. Right now, POS actually voted no to deportation of Windows. Something we haven't seen in the Committee on Animal Welfare. The COW it's a body that helps with the rules and regulations, the rules and some of the legislation. So, for example, just to give you an idea. Because it's not the forefront of lobbying for animal cruelty. Prior to 1986, somebody could kill their cat or dog and you could not even charge them with anything because there was no law against animal cruelty. So, causes at the forefront, lobbying for legislation to criminalize animal cruelty. That's why we have now the RA 485. And again, lobbied again for that. Because if you notice, it was also dog fighting and horse fighting and dog fighting. That was also included. We also were pushing for fighting.
Because people adopt. And they have to do that. Dogs yung heat cycle.
What is the actual process of saving these animals that are victims of cruelty and neglect? I mean, do people call or are the animals scouted? We do not go around picking up strays, so that's what people think. Basically, our core effort is more preventive and proactive, which is education. And why are there problems in animal welfare? Why is there cruelty? Why is there pet neglect? Why are there so many strays? Usually, there's lack of education, lack of awareness. Acting seeds of compassion, of being responsible pet owners, owners who would allow their cats and dogs to be out of the streets, and then they're intact. They fail to have them spayed and neutered, and they would reproduce. And sometimes there are owners who would take in, even rescuers, who would take in animals, well-intended, well-meaning gesture, but do not have the resources or do not have the capacity responsible to take care of it. And they end up being neglectful or depriving them of certain physiological and social needs. You could probably say it's passive cruelty. This could sometimes passive cruelty, probably, for example, just shave the dog or just provide food, water, bathe, but there's no interaction, there's no stimulation. If the dog gets sick or injured, you don't bring it to the vet because you don't have the budget for vet care. So, in other countries, actually, good, they put press charges against you for not providing health care. Again, going back to your question, how the process of saving the animals.
I mean, you don't go out or do you?
I don't know, do you mean rescuing? Yes. Okay. For rescuing, again, this is a good opportunity for us to clarify that PAWS is not a rescue organization. There's a prevailing common misconception that PAWS is like the animal cop. There are lots of people who watch cable, watch animal talk, and they think it's the same here in the Philippines, with the same resources, with the same support. In terms of some of them are heavily funded, heavily supported by donations, and they enjoy the assistance of legal enforcement. We do not have that here. So basically, how our rescues go to us would be like probably, like I said before, the shelter exclusively for neglect cruelty, so they would have to file against animal offenders. So if somebody comes forward to execute an affidavit so that charges can be filed against the animal offenders, we could take them
in an area where they're probably exposed to or main lack of medical care. Sometimes it's outright. It could be either passive or active cruelty. For the active cruelty, you see like cats or dogs, bloodshed, with probably pups or completely sick. We've had dogs who were doused with kerosene or like fluids so that they could be burned alive. You see some of them there. And then you see a lot of starvation and neglect practically. And then also we've had cats who have been scalded with boiling water. There are some cats that also some of the animals were shot, some were hacked. I think one or two cats even came in here with the arrows still attached to their bodies, and we see that very often. And usually for you to be able to send out a stronger message, and that's why we say that we are very serious when we are fighting animal cruelty. That we do not just rescue. We do not want to just rescue that animal and take it from the abusive situation. And there is no legal consequence against the animal offender. And that's why we always ask, are we willing to execute an execution? Because if you're just going to rescue this animal from the abusive situation, do not do anything to legally stop the person or at least deter that person from doing the same thing again. You have not done.
Si Katie nandun, dapat nandito siya because nasugatan siya last time. Si Porky. Si Porky, kaya pangalan niya Porky because mukha siyang siya.
What motivated you to join the organization? What challenges do you face and what do you want to do? What do you want to do? No, okay. Why I joined BOS? I joined BOS because it was the organization. I liked the way the organization works. Before I was just an animal lover. When people say they're animal lovers, medyo lalo na ako kasi I do not consider myself just an animal lover. There are a lot of animal lovers or pet lovers that breed, that buy, that sell, that have pets that are not paid and insured. Those could be animal lovers. So I do not consider myself an animal lover anymore. I consider myself an advocate of animal welfare. Not animal rights, iba yung animal rights. That's something I also want to clarify. I like the way that BOS stands itself. Given how limited their manpower is, their funds, their resources, their space, they are able to do a lot with so little. Scoundrel of funds, and if you see, I will not mention names, or even like numbers, they would have all this fun, and yet you don't know where the money goes for long-term change. I see that in process, and I like the fact that they do not cultivate or nurture helplessness in concerned citizens, because I was one of those who are feeling helpless in concerned citizens, and I noticed that BOS tries to convert people to be more proactive, to be more empowered. Cut the helpless crap because you're not. Sorry, crap sinabi ko. Cut the helpless shtick. Because we're not helpless, and each one of us can do something, and that's what BOS is able to bring, even as before. I just thought I was helpless, and I could do nothing but cry and call BOS for help. But because of
And it's very important to use planting seeds of empowerment because that way, and there is education. And I noticed it was not just reactive, the way they do things. They probably had a long-term goal in their preventive, proactive yung approach in helping animals because they already know that, for example, rescuing and sheltering is fine and it's good and compassionate, but even though we have hundreds of rescues, even though we have shelters, we're not deluded to thinking we are going to help solve all the problems in animal welfare solely through our shelters, solely through rescuing, because that will never end.